Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale. Here comes the fans are ready. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Solid punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Threw the uppercut but did not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he blocks the left uppercut. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Counter punches have to hurt. That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. So much firepower here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Bivol on that lap. And here's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. How about that time counter shot? Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Missing with that jab. Straight right just misses. Misses with the jab. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punch. He threw the hook, didn't land. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, four. Do you still want to fight?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. He's noted.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Benavidez. There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
The perfect counter lands. Hold it right there. David Benavidez might be ready to go. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. And he scores with the counter. Good counter punching. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Perfect counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, we're entering depth. There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. His stamina is off the charts. Straight right just misses. Oh, what a shot! Dimitri Bivol in some serious trouble here. How are they still standing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Shot. Nice counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol on that last round. Here's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They are giving us a high-tempo show. You'd like to see more jabs. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those counter punches have to hurt. Missing with the hook. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's all offense all the... Hold that thought! The Mexican Monster's in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What you do, you step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And now Dimitri Bivol is dazed. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know that.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. We've never seen Bivol hurt quite like this. What's gonna happen? Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe. Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchange punches. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Hold that thought! And the Mexican Monster might be ready to finally go down. Right back into the fray.
3 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Straight right just misses. And counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you got to think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Beautiful counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he wasn't ready. Oh, Bivol now stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Throws the uppercut that misses. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and...
Oh my God, Johnny! Dimitri Bivol now! He's in some trouble! He's got to find a way out! Disaster averted.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
That uppercut can't get through. A straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Punch himself out, though. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. On that last round. Well, round 8, and we're off again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Exchange punches. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Miss with that jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And that is that. It is a knockout. What a win. How about that impact? You all right? You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.